Hi, friends. So, in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks at this point, I'm going to Europe for a mystery trip, which I did that earlier this summer, except I went in state, and it was one of the best trips of my life. Went to Philly, had a blast. They nailed it perfectly. This time I chose to go internationally, and Copper just decided to interrupt my feed. I am going through this program called Journee, which is all international. So basically, same concept. You give them a specific amount of money. There is a minimum. Obviously, it's a little higher because it is international and airfare alone is expensive. But you kind of give them a minimum of what you can afford. And then they plan a trip. Like they say, here's the kind of stuff that we would put you on your trip. And you get to say if you like that or you don't like it. And if you do like it, you say, cool, yeah, that sounds great. And you accept it before you pay. But I like it a little better than the other one because it does give you an itinerary-ish before you go, so you can know if it's worth it spending the big bucks to go internationally. I knew nothing going into Philadelphia, but so here's the package. How I did it for Philly is how I would have done it for this one. I did not know I was going to Philadelphia until I got to the airport, and I sat and I opened my envelope. Like, they gave me a weather thing, they gave me a packing list, they gave me what time to be at the airport, etc. But nothing else. So I opened it before I even checked in. I would do that with this one. I had really, really thought about it, but I am going alone, and it is across the country, across the ocean to Europe is what I'm thinking. It could not be Europe. They also give you hints leading up to this. So I had like a hint a month. I am 99.9% convinced that it is Slovenia, which is where my bestie is from, which just cracks me up. And if it is, I'm going to text her right away, and we're going to freak out, and she's going to tell me stuff to do. I didn't want to Google based on hints, but there was a hint about a magic bell and fairies, and that's what made me Google it and made me think it's Slovenia. So it's probably Slovenia, which is why I'm thinking Europe, but it could be nothing of the sort. So I just figured since it's international and I'm going by myself, I should be safe. I should open it early. And then I can know, because it is a little scarier to go across the pond not knowing where you're going or what you're doing. I did say mostly English-speaking country, but it would probably be good to know a little bit of the language before I go. So got this today in the mail, and we're gonna open it. Copper, are you gonna help me open it? Yeah. It's really thick too compared to the other one. So, okay, so you have an itinerary and guide that you open after your reveal postcard, which is here, the reveal postcard. They give you some trips, tips, etc. A sticker says "Dare to let the world surprise you." So it's a little Journey starter pack, and I'm guessing these are just playing cards. Yeah, some playing cards, which are cute. I guess you could play some Uno, or if you're with other people, you can play cards on the plane, but I will be alone. So it gives you some Journey pack. Yeah, apparently each month they send the winner $300 for a reveal video. Reading and distracted. So here's the reveal postcard. It says how to resist until the airport on the back. Ask your neighbor your favorite hide it from you. Of course, they can't pick either. Choose an unconventional place for a freezer. Create a playlist and add a song anytime you feel tempted to open this. I'm beating myself up because I want to wait, but also for safety reasons and my mom not panicking, and so I could tell people where I'm going. I'm not going to wait. So I am going, drumroll please. We were right.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm going to Slovenia. Yay! Gonna have to text my bestie. But super cute. You get a little handwritten note on the back that says Gage, we are so happy you dared to embrace the unknown and trust us. You're off to explore the culture of Slovenia. And I will not be able to say that word because Nastasia would kill me. This trip is full of natural beauty and charm. We can't wait to hear all about it. Enjoy every minute. So going to Slovenia, you guys. Kind of assumed that I was, but that's a neat little. So now I can open this thing, which is the big guidebook that they give you. It feels huge, so Okay, okay. I like this. I like this. So, talks about Slovenia being like small, but packs a big punch, blah, 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 blah. Just like this whole little intro note, which is cute. And then they have the highlights of the trip. They have a day-by-day section that breaks down all of your bookings. It says that they're fully paid for unless otherwise said, blah, 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 blah. So they have literally like a step-by-step guide, which is super cool. Gives you the accommodation. I don't know how to spell any of those words. It's going to be obvious. There's breakfast included at my hotel. That is the only thing that matters in my life. Yeah. So, nothing bad. Just like Gat tells you what to expect. I'm flying United. Mixed feelings about that one. Tis okay. But yeah, it goes through each day. Pick up stuff. They actually were like, hey, we found a cheaper flight later, so we can actually book you for 2 more days and we'll actually save you money. And so did that. Yeah, and then it gives you like places to eat and what they recommend and all of that stuff. Kind of very much like I did the other one. So I got that, and then you get this little like guide to Slovenia, which is really cute. And it has kind of all the pictures in it of what to expect. I really like that. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm excited. I'm gonna text my bestie. This is really pretty. I never would have thought that I would go in Slovenia, but like it talks about like here's like the most common like foods to eat there since I'm such a foodie, desserts, all of that fun stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Cuisine, emergency words. That's pretty good. They have a bingo in there. Words how to say, like how much to pay, accommodations. I guess I better learn what language they speak there and download it on my app. If I can get around everywhere else, just fine. I went to Europe with friends, but I was basically the only one that did anything, so I did all the talking, so if I can do it, they were just there for emotional support, so it's fine. But we're going to Slovenia in 2 weeks, guys. For like 9 days. I'm very excited. Yay. So we'll see what it looks like when I'm there. Yay. Hey guys, so I'm at the airport again. Wow, what crazy. But this time I am going on my Journee adventure, which is the mysterious trip internationally that we already know I'm going to Slovenia. But I'm at the airport. I don't know if you can see. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Ah! So I will first. I have the overnight flight, more or less. The flight leaves at 4:30. They booked everything for me, which is super great. I just got my boarding pass this morning. They checked me in with all my passport stuff. I haven't had any issues yet. We're going to find out. But I am on a 9.5-hour flight to Munich, Germany. So probably only 4 hours of that will be sleeping because I like to stay up for the food. So I will be up to get my food. And then I will go to bed. And it'll be like 2 in the morning here. And then I have an hour flight from Munich to the place that I can't pronounce. I should learn how to pronounce it, but in Slovenia. So that is what I will be doing for the next few hours. I got my little, I will say all they allow for you is a carry-on bag and a personal item. I don't like that. I had a big suitcase packed until I saw the dimensions because they book you on economy, which of course is the cheapest, and therefore then you get better accommodations and better things. For a week away, I really don't need more. But when it's 40 degrees and it's freaking cold, I'm gonna bring a lot of hoodies, and that took up all my bag. So kind of a bummer in terms of bag stuff, but otherwise, been super great so far. I looked up all of my stuff just so I know where I'm going, all of that. Everything's within walking distance. I'm just really like nervously excited because it is my first international trip alone. Granted, I flew to Japan alone and then met up with my friends, so kind of same difference, but like having to navigate things alone. Apparently it's one of the nicest countries like ever on the planet, so I'm not too worried about it, but it's gonna be a thing. So we are here at the airport, we are waiting. My flight leaves in like an hour and a half, so then I'll be gone for quite some time, but we'll see how it goes. So we're on Lufthansa Airlines, and this is the food that you were given. Little meal. I can't eat most of it because it's tomato based and they didn't give options like they typically would. looks like any other airport. Everyone's like, you're so brave, I can't believe you're traveling alone out of country. It looks like any other airport. I just had to go through passport check, tell them I'm heading to Slovenia for funsies, tell them the date that I'm coming home, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's already been a journey. I got off the plane and found out that my credit card had been hacked and that they shut it down. So I had to call them and tell them, hey, I'm in Europe, I kind of need my money. So that's been happening. Now I'm heading to my connecting flight. I'm really mad that I've carried this giant coat around as if it's gonna be cold. It's not. I'm like dying of heat right now. But 9-hour flight was fine. I watched Freakier Friday, which was really good, and then I watched part of Garfield. I tried to sleep. Those planes are very small, so didn't really get to. The food made me sick. It's been a time, but we're here. I can't complain. I'm in Europe, right? So it's been fun. My head just wanted to get stuck on has-been songs. But yeah, so we're in Munich for about an hour. Then I hop on the plane to Ljubljana, I think is how it's pronounced. I should probably know where I'm going. And that's only an hour or so. And then I will be in Slovenia for my trip. So very excited. I'll show you a bit of the airport. Again, it's just a normal airport, but give me a second. If I didn't have this giant ass freaking coat, it'd be so much easier. But, so, just normal airport. People speak in German, but as you can tell, a ton of the stuff is in English. Very easy to navigate. So, soccer, aka football here, obviously a big thing. So yeah, we're just gonna go to my next arrival gate and then hang out and get on the flight to Slovenia. So hopefully I get there at a decent time, because all I really want to do is take a nap. It is 2 in the morning my time, and like I said, I barely slept, so chances of me staying awake this whole time, pretty slim. That'll be like 48 hours awake. But here we go. I'd say woo, here's Germany, but it looks like just an airport. So this hotel is everything. It's so freaking stinking cute. Up here it's not as cute, but I'll show you guys the lobby. But I walked in and I was like, whoa. Super, super nice, super, super simple. The guy spoke English right away. He was like, hey, how can I help you? Told me a story about people that turned on the bathtub and then left to go out into the city and forgot to turn off the bathtub, and it leaked through the ceiling and destroyed 2 of their floors. So he was very nice and very sweet, and there's breakfast included, but so we're gonna find out what the room looks like. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. There's a lot of room in here. Wow, okay. So this is the room. Oh my goodness, super cute. So we got a giant TV here. A couch for, all the people I'm going to be having over. Oh, complimentary water. We don't get that a lot in America, I gotta say. And a little teapot. But so, here's the bed. So cute. I love it. It's very basic, but, in the best way. Set stuff down. I have a fridge, which is nice. Sometimes even expensive rooms don't have fridges. This is my view. Super pretty. There's cars, but a little fancy building over there, fancy stuff over there, the forest. Obviously, if you guys don't know, you gotta have the fancy. thingies, so naturally I have the fancy thingies. But then I'm gonna come in here. Ooh! This is also very spacious compared to what I'm used to. So we got a nice little shower. Yeah, it's just all nice and cute. So, very excited. We're in Slovenia, guys. What? I'm in Europe by myself, like a crazy person. But I'm excited. First matter of business, bed. We're gonna take a nap after that flight. And then I'm gonna go out and explore. It's my explore day, so I don't want to like not explore. It kind of looks like a city. I mean, it is a city. So I'm not like too gung-ho on rushing out because I have a lot of stuff to do throughout the next days. This is my home for the next 3 days. I'll be here for 3 days. And then I go to Bled. So where I will be in a different place. But this is super cute and I love it. And yeah. So nap time. So first night in Slovenia. I just had to point out it's really, really pretty. I mean, like, coming here for Christmas was probably good, you know? My bestie is from here, and she says that they're very big on Christmas. So far, what I've seen, it's kind of just like a fancy city, which is going to be a lot of places in Europe, because it's not, like, you know, they're stuck in the 1800s. It's just like us. They're cities. So I think it being Christmas would be a nice touch because then you get things like this. You know, really pretty lights. My hotel is really, really pretty. I'll have to show you guys later. But it's like 35 degrees. I'm in a coat. I'm feeling good. I'm going to walk around and see what there is to see, get some dinner, and then go back. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, just as we are walking up, it gets even more bright and festive and Christmassy. Like, it's like a little Christmas town. Which, I mean, I guess you could say like we do in Denver, but like not like this. Like, there's like there's a little Christmas market going on. See, this is what happens when you decide to just go and wander. You wander into a Christmas market with puppies and pretty trees. It's really beautiful. So a bunch of people over there shopping and doing some stuff. So I'm going to also go and shop and do some stuff. I'm gonna go hang out in the Christmas market for a while. Why not? Just because I will never not find this funny, especially like when I went to Japan and stuff, but you always gotta have McDonald's, you know, no matter where you go. It's a very big McDonald's, and those are the rules. You must go to McDonald's. I'm not going to. So again, being here for Christmas is super pretty. Like, this is so cool. It's really pretty. I'm just going to do a little lap around this park and try to go down to the town square, I think, where I saw a bunch of other lights and people. And then I'm going to go find where I'm going to eat. And then I'll probably go back for the day. Not that I did much today. I, flew and then slept. And not that I feel not safe being out at night. I just would rather see the stuff in the day. So, it's really cool. There's like big, pretty building. musicians in Slovenia, I've learned. So, yeah. So, just got my first food. I walked all the way to the place that I was gonna eat. Got way too shy because they were just standing around and I was like, this is awkward. So I came back out to the Christmas market and got some mulled wine and some little cottage cheese dumpling things because I'm still feeling really sick from the plane, so I'm gonna start small. I still want food after. I'm gonna try, there's like a mulled corn wheat crackling thing that's really popular here in Slovenia, so I'm gonna try that if I'm not sick after this. But I'm here a week, so I will try it otherwise. But yeah, let's just get the little foodsies. Say I'm not a mulled wine person at all, but this is super, super good. Like super good. 11 euros for this, which is what, like $13-ish in USD. Not bad. They're super, super nice. Like I walked up and I started speaking English. And they were immediately like, yeah, like super nice. And then the guy who made my cottage cheese thing was like, oh, do you want sugar on top? And I was like, sure, man, whatever. So far, not struggle a lot with not speaking English. Or them not speaking English, you know what I mean. So, yeah, we'll see. It's pretty good. It just tastes like a blend, but I figured I need to eat, so. And then I'm gonna go back to the hotel later and just kind of have a chill day, shower, decompress from the flight. I already napped for 2 hours, but you know, whatever. Because all the other fun stuff's happening later this week, so it's fine to not push myself today, right? I will say, something I find really amusing, I don't know if you can hear it, is that all of the music that they play is in English. Which kind of happened when I went to Europe before. But I'm like, they were playing In Sync earlier when I was in the shuttle from the airport to my hotel. So I'm always like, it's always weird to me to hear English singing and then the people on the radio go blah 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 in Slovenian. So weird. Also, my hotel is super Christmassy, so I gotta show you guys. It's so freaking cute. Like, look at this tree. I feel like I'm at Disney. There's the bar area. Here's some delicious, like, cakes, macarons. It's super freaking adorable. I'm gonna take pictures with it tomorrow when I don't look like crap, but like, yo, guys, this is my favorite. It's like a little setup right here. Like an ornament wall over there. Oh, freaking adorable. The dining area for food tomorrow. Again, free breakfast. I'll be curious to see what they have, but yeah, so it's super worth it. I love it. So it is day 2 in Slovenia. Today we are going on I am going on a guided bike tour. They actually just texted me this morning and asked if I wanted to do it a little earlier because they said it's a personal tour, so it's going to be just me excited because I can't ride a bike very well, so this will be fun. So it's supposed to be at 2, and now I'm doing it at 11. But first things first, this hotel has free breakfast. I'm going to be so sad when I don't get free breakfast starting in 2 days. But this is like the nicest breakfast I've ever seen. So you can kind of see behind me. I'll have to like walk you guys through and see everything. There is a lot. This is like fancy food, basically. So what I got, I play it safe a little, you know, got eggs and hash brown because I like to know what I'm eating. But they give giant chunks of cheese, which makes me very happy. They have this like rice souffle thing, which is, I guess, really well known here. Shredded pancakes. So, and then they have like carrot apple juice and stuff. So I got some foods that are from here. Most of the foods I obviously recognize. Like, I don't live under a rock, guys. I know what food looks like. But like, pretty nice for a free hotel breakfast. So I'm gonna eat. I wanted to get more, but I'm always sick nowadays when I eat, so I just got what I can, and that way I don't have to eat as much out and about, so I can save money. So that's the plan. But yeah, go on a bike tour in a little bit. So gotta eat up for biking. So something that I'm learning is that Slovenia takes Christmas incredibly seriously, which is kind of cool. I was worried about coming here in the cold, but like I actually kind of like it. I mean, you can see as I'm walking past, but like all of the little storefronts are decorated. And here's this really cool church that I want to check out later. But it's like here's the church. That apparently I can go in later, but like just like yeah, like look at all like the all the little shops are very Christmas decorated. It feels very European-esque Main Street USA at Disney? Question mark. Maybe a little Epcot-y. Giant sausages, very Slovenian. Yeah, see like every single storefront has little like Christmas decor. And I find that very cute. Walking through the coldness, looking at stores, that they are all decorated for Christmas. I'm gonna try this place later, I think. Because see, it's got all the stereotypical like Slovenian foods. I think that's cool. But yeah, see, it's just like more Christmas. Even more Christmas. Lots of Christmas themed stores. They're very big on Christmas here. I've learned here's like little balls. This place is really pretty looking. So I'm just killing time. There's a Lush, the most important thing in life. But I'm just killing time until I have my bike tour in like an hour. So we're just wandering around looking at the world. Look how pretty this one is. Wow. So here's some Slovenia-ness for y'all. It's super cool. So what this morning has entailed so far is that first thing, I got a text from Watermelon Ljubljana. I'll never be able to say that right. They were who I was doing my bike tour with, and they asked if I wanted to do the bike tour earlier, in which I was like, yeah, why not, right? Because then I can get that done with and then have the whole afternoon free. So I did my bike tour this morning. Super sweet. The guy that I did it with, it was just me and him. So it was a private bike tour. I was really awkward. I was like, hey, I haven't ridden a bike in like 15 years. So it took me some time. I ran into a bridge once, and someone's car once, and a person once. But in 2 hours, that's not bad. And I started to get a hang of it. But he was really nice. I didn't take any videos or anything just because I was so bad at riding a bike that I was like, if I'm trying to bike and record, that's going to be a bad idea. So did that for 2 hours, and then I went back to the hotel. I took an hour and a half nap because I'm still pretty jet lagged, still tired. So it was only going to be a 45-minute one, and then I was like, I'm on vacation. I'm allowed to do vacation things like sleep and not just go. I'm allowed to rest. So did that, and now I headed back out, and I'm going to the Ljubljana castle. So I'll head out to the castle, and I'll walk up there. Apparently there's some like a nice little cafe up there, so I'll probably get a coffee, check out the views and all of that stuff, hang out at the castle, and then depending on what time it is, how long I spend there, I might just walk around, look at shops or something. I'll grab dinner later. Probably go to the place I was hoping to go to last night, but I was too embarrassed to go to. And yeah, then I'll probably come back and just hang out in the hotel room because I've seen most of what I would want to see here. There's a few things that I can like still kind of creep on, but I also have most of tomorrow as well. So just gonna hang out and get some rest because tomorrow I have to be up early for my cave tour. So once I get to the castle, you guys will see the castle. So. Something I want to point out that I think is really cool is, as you can see while I'm walking, they're very big on outdoor cafes, like really big. Also, look at the statue of the dog. But like, puppies. I just think it's really cool that it's winter, but see, everyone is still like eating outside. Like, there are so many people, and they're just eating outside. And they have little heat lamps, and they like will set them up with like, you can kind of see over there, like little cloths and stuff that I think are really cool and comfortable. So yeah, it's just, that culture is really cool. Like, yes, we have people that eat outside, obviously, but not like that. Also, I love me a good bridge that has locks on it. Like, that's so pretty. So I'm gonna walk across that bridge now because I love a lock bridge. They had one in Amsterdam too. We don't really do that, which I think is cool. But yeah, fun cultural thing. So like an idiot, I decided to walk up to the castle. I say like an idiot because it is all on a giant slant. And I just biked for 2 hours and I'm very sore. But I'm also very poor, so there, it's not that bad, but there is a little lift, I guess, that takes you up to the castle that I could have taken, but you know, I said I want to save the euros and I want to walk, and now I'm regretting that choice, but castle's hard to get to. There's the castle. It's really not that far away. But walking when you are, again, super sore from biking sucks. However, this view is really, really pretty. So I don't regret it. But we're gonna get up there, get a coffee, and vibe. And now, as you can hear me panting and dying, we have a little bridge to go up. There's at least less of a slant. It's kind of cute. It's hanging on by a prayer on the edge of this, which is kind of freaking me out, but we're here. So we made it to the castle. Fun fact that I learned about it is that it used to be a penitentiary, so it might be haunted, even though I don't believe in that. But I haven't found the coffee. I'm just gonna do a little walk around it, but like, here's the city of Ljubljana. Most of it's over there, but the fact that like the Alps are like right there is gorgeous. We flew over those on the way here and it was gorgeous. Now I'm just gonna do a nice little, it's not uphill, so I'm just gonna do a nice little walk around the castle grounds and see what I can find, but like, there we go, that's a much clearer view. That's so pretty. Definitely worth killing time walking up here rather than just sitting in my room, so. Alright, so I'm in the castle. I've got my Christmas castle tea. I don't know what makes it any different than normal tea. I haven't tried it yet because it's burning hot. But I'll just kind of show you guys the castle. I can't go in the castle because I'm not paying to go in the castle because I'm going to see a castle tomorrow. And apparently this was more like historical. But, so we got like, there's a wine bar down there. They're doing construction on the castle, which is just thrilling. But we got, I'll come over here. There's a restaurant inside of the castle. There's the main castle area, this cute little sparkly heart over there. Then they are currently having a Christmas market on top of the castle, which is where I got my tea. And then they have like a little wishing well over here that I made a wish in. I hope that my US currency counts. Yeah, so super, super cute. I'm gonna keep walking around the outside of the castle, especially because you can tell it's getting closer to sunset, so I'm sure it's beautiful out there. Yeah. So I'm a big baby, and I tried to go into 3 different restaurants, and I walked in, and there's not a host or anything. This isn't America, you know, so I got shy. I didn't know if I was supposed to just sit or what. So in my awkwardness, I was like, I walked around for about an hour and a half trying to find food because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I went back to the booth that I went to last night for food because they have a bunch of traditional Slovenian dishes and I know how to order from a booth. So I got this little like corn crackling stuff. I don't know what it is. Apple strudel, stereotypically. Elderflower wine, which is also hot. Everything here is hot. So at least I'm eating traditional foods. I haven't sat down in a restaurant. Tomorrow I will try to be brave, but today is not that day. There are too many people, and I needed food. And at least I know I can go to this booth. So that's the food that we got, was the booth food, again. 7 a.m. and it feels like a freaking horror movie up in here with the fog and the birds. Mornings in Slovenia. Then I go on the train. Bye. It's going pretty fast. Yeah. Like, dang.
I thought it was slower. Oh, that's not
So choo choo. So we just got on the train to the caves. I feel like I'm at Disney World. So fun. I'm gonna show you. So we are on a cave tour right now. It is the most popular cave in Slovenia. Apparently there's like 15,000 and this is just the most popular one. So we got to ride the little train coming in, which is super fun. I felt like I was at Disney. I was like, I could ride this train the entire day. It's fine. Yeah, and now we're on a little tour. And we get to just hang out and listen to the tour guide. And yeah, gotta show all the stalactites and stuff, you know. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's like a little city.
I thought I saw like a one with like a big tower in the middle.
Ah. I'm just really excited to cross that bridge. Cross the bridge. Cross the bridge. This is like where Pennywise hangs out, you guys. This is like Naples Street. Pennywise lives down there. looks like bacon. Yeah, so this is one of the most, like I was saying, most popular caves. They said up to 10,000 visitors a day. I missed riding the little train. That was fun, but really pretty. We're gonna cross the bridge and apparently head into the most gorgeous part of the cave, which I'm really excited about. And we're gonna maybe see a baby dragon. So this is giving. It's giving. I like how I have to document that we're crossing a bridge, as if I've never crossed a bridge in my entire life. Spooky. You gotta record just in case there's ghosts. Is this the spaghetti chamber? Are we in the spaghetti room? Apparently there's a spaghetti chamber, which my Italian ass is very excited about. To view the spaghetti room. The spaghetti. The Italian spaghetti. Plus Angel's very happy about it, so I'll take pictures once we are in the spaghetti chamber. And then we're going into the white chamber and the red chamber. Look how pretty. Wow. We have caves in Colorado, but still very pretty. And I'm just following my new friend from Singapore. We're hanging out now, so we're not alone. Look how pretty that is, wow. Take more videos since I can only have so many pictures of stalagmites and stalactites. They all start to look the same, but like, it's pretty cool. So figured I'd get more video. I'm excited to see the castle after this. Again, I like caves. Caves are cool. I'm excited to see the baby dragon. Oh, that's pretty. It's sparkly. Towers of more towers. I can see this all the time. I want to see a kiosk. The red's cool though. It all just looks like earwax. Like candle wax. Yeah.
Sense the electromagnetic field. The proteus feeds with small shrimp that live in the river and also other tiny cave animals, but because of course in the darkness it's hard to catch the food, it also has a very very slow metabolism which allows it to survive without food up to 7 or more years.
Oh.
It doesn't need to because it has enough food, but if it didn't have food, it could survive for more years.
He's living his best life. So we're in the concert chamber, which has the best acoustics in the entire place, but I just had to show you how pretty it is because it's the best part in my opinion. Christmas! They're so big on Christmas. So, pretty cool fact is that this is the only underground cave post office, and that they used to have people come when they didn't have phones to say that they were here so that people would believe them. They could send a postcard back home through the cave underground post office, which I just think is really cool. I was at a cave, so you got one from the underground cave post office, which could have also been a lie, but you know, what a cool concept, right? So we just finished the cave tour. We got to see the baby dragon. This thing was in this lady's like house or whatever, and they thought it was a baby dragon, and that's why they believe in dragons. It looks like an ocelot or a really big worm. But we got to see it. We got to see the Christmas concert hall. Got to see all the stalactites. We are back on the train, as you can see. There's the baby dragon right there. Back on the train, heading back up, and then we're gonna meet up with our tour guide Luca. Of course, his name is Luca. And then we are going to head to the castle, which I am really excited about. I'm hoping they have wine there, because I would like to have wine in the castle. But the cave was fun, the cave was pretty. I'll show you guys a little more. There it is. So, it was a good time. Definitely worth it. It is so hot. I'm used to caves being really cold, so I'm like triple layered, but it is 50 degrees in this cave. So, it's been fun.
Have to pretend that you have a good marriage, you know? I know, I'm joking. Please, please. Okay? Can I put one on photo as well? Yeah. Okay?
This is like my worst nightmare ever. They say, hey, go over to this ledge and look down and see. No, thank you. No, thank you. This was their like defense tower area, I guess you could say. So everyone would come up here and then shoot down in those little scary holes. Little scary holes. So that's kind of neato. Don't like the little scary holes, but... And then you've got little... It's castle. It's castle. This is the bathroom. So that's where they went. And then it would just go off the side of the tower. That's fun. And apparently they would use hay, I think is what they just said on my thing. But yeah, this part's cool. It's like built on the side of a cave. So, pretty neat. I've seen a lot of castles in my life, but this one's pretty cool. So we have the castle courtroom. Fake guy. Apparently in there is where they put the prisoners. Oh, we gotta go to the torture chamber next. But here's where they kept the prisoners in this little hole. It's 60 meters deep, and they would torture you. Here's the torture chamber. Oh, you actually look down, there are actually fake people being tortured. Oh, scary guy over there. There he is, being tortured with all the torture tools. Baby. This is the biggest part of the castle, the dining room, because where you eat is the most important place. Love me a good royal master bedroom. If there are any ghosties, there's not, but if there are, Come out for me, ghosties. Okay, this is like the coolest part of the castle so far, you guys. There's a church. Very cool. Very cool. This is the most castle-y part of the castle so far, so naturally I have to film it and hope I don't fall down the stairs. It's not nearly as bad as Bishop's Castle, so I can manage this. But we have a knightery. Oh, look at that. Or an armory, I guess would be the word for it. Very cool. I have a little church bell, which I thought was really cute. So that's cool. And it's a really beautiful view, so there's that. So we have the observation post of the castle, which I just think is really cool. Mostly because it's really pretty, but like the view alone is stunning. It's like a little Slovenian village. Going into this part of the castle, crossing a bridge. Gotta go to the contact list. Beep. Oh wow. The Cave Castle. Wow. So this part is pretty cool too because there's a tunnel that we can't go through, but the guy would go through in order to get food, and they specifically said cherries. But I have to show you guys this creepy ass path. It is completely vertical, all the way up there. But what I find most amusing, because I'm a nerd, there's a well in the middle of the room that Samara's gonna crawl out of. 7 days. I don't trust this well. Go away well. So I'm gonna go back downstairs, away from all the creepy. But, oh, the howling, that's really great. But here's the cave part of the castle. Very cool. And now I have to go back down the stairs. I'm getting so many steps on this trip, you guys. So for any of you that go on a Journee trip, if you're out of shape, let them know, because I am suffering. Creepy well. Creepy well, I don't trust you. But okay, this is really pretty. It's the nativity scene. That baby Jesus is very big compared to the others. This looks like some grave, maybe. So just got to do a full audio tour of the castle. That was pretty cool. Again, I'm a little biased because I've been to a lot of castles in Europe, not to sound like snooty hoity-toity. It is a very old one. So like the caves and stuff are cool. I like the posh ones, like in Germany and France. But you know, they said it's like a fairy tale, like Disney castle. And no Disney princess would live in there, you guys. But here's a full view of the castle. Very pretty. It's in a cave, which I mean is pretty unique. Can't say you see a lot of castles in a cave. There's a cave system down there that you can't go into. But again, just the view is very fairy tale, Snow White-esque. That's a good comparison. It would be Snow White because she's older and modern, not modern, older, classic. That's the word. So I mean, it was cool. We got a chance to have an audio guide with us, so we can listen. You just like tap the little thing and listened, and got to walk around. So got to see everything, obviously. So we got 2 guides, 2 tours today. Again, I have no idea how much this cost because Journee paid for everything for me. So I just kind of show up. But that was fun. We have a 40-minute drive back. Our tour guide, Luca, is super, super nice. Too bad his name is cursed, but super nice. So now we gotta have a shuttle back, and then I might take a nap, I might not. We're gonna find out what I'm gonna do because it's my last day in Ljubljana. So, yeah, I will find food tonight. It will not just be BS. So I might eat super early before the craziness hits. And then, yeah, we'll see what I do from there. But I'm excited to go to Bled tomorrow. I am not looking forward to having to figure out the bus system when I don't speak the language and having to take a bus for an hour and a half. But, you know, we're going to make it work. So that should be beautiful. I'm very pumped. But, yeah, it's been a good, bye, Castle. Bye, Castle. It's been a good tour day. So can't complain. This is one of the big, like, tourist things to do. So I'm glad that I got to do it because otherwise, like, yeah, everyone does it. So I think it was cool. It was fun. So after last night's fiasco of not eating food, I finally got the courage. I said, I'm gonna go out early before the dinner rush hits. So I got out at 4:30, which is fine because I'm starving, and decided to come to this little restaurant. I never know if I'm supposed to just sit or not, so I walked in and I just sat, and it was fine. But of course, the main thing I wanted to come for, they don't have right now seasonally, because pumpkin is a big thing for them, so it's like a pumpkin burger. Sounded so good, but instead, I'll just show you the cute little place. I got this burger that looks really good. The strength that's not so great, but like, yeah, it's a cute little Christmassy place. So, and then later, I'm gonna hopefully go and get some dessert at the Lolita place, assuming it's not crowded again. So, yay! So to end my night, I'm on top of the Ljubljana skyscraper. There's the top of it. It is the tallest building in the country. I guess the 9th tallest, I think is what I read, in Europe. So I wanted to come up here. I wanted to come up here earlier when it was still daytime. That didn't happen. But in order to come up here, you have to be a cafe person, I guess. Patreon words, in order to get pictures. No free pictures, they said. But so I got my hot chocolate, which here in Europe is basically just like fudge in a cup. That is so much. I'm gonna be so sick, so I'm not gonna have most of it. But I'm on top of the skyscraper. I'm gonna walk around and like just show in a little bit. It is really, really foggy tonight, so you won't get to see much. I was hoping to come up here because you get a beautiful view of the castle. Like I saw the castle, was in the castle yesterday and got to see the view. Now I wanted to see the castle, but it's not gonna happen. It's too foggy, so I tried. It was a valiant effort. I'll do a little tour foggy, and then I'll probably do one last walk around Ljubljana. I'll never get it right. See all the Christmas market one more time, do all that, and then I'm going to bed. I am tired, and tomorrow is another travel day. I have like an hour and a half bus ride, so cheers to that. Got my cocoa, and out. So here's the view from the top of the skyscraper. It is very beautiful. I wish I'd seen it again during the day. This is arguably a better view than the castle. Like, seeing it from the top of the castle was beautiful, but there was a lot of trees in the way, so I couldn't get this clear of a view. Like, look how pretty that is. The Christmas square where I've spent most of my time, right down there. The castle is somewhere over there. You can't see it through the fog, but that's just kind of walk around a little bit. There's some more Christmas down there. So, really pretty view. I'm glad I came up here. Again, I wish I'd done it sooner or during a different day. I think that's the castle. No, the castle would be up on the hill, which you can't see. Somewhere up there. But yeah, I'm still glad I did it. Very pretty. See, since you can't be here with me, I will just show you. Speaking of things just being thrown up, here's they just toss them on. They just don't care. Christmas grimace. I also at this point have way too many photos and videos of this castle, but like, look at it. It changes to Haunted Mansion colors. And then it goes back to normal people colors, the boring color. But like, ooh, there's a castle in the distance changing into Haunted Mansion colors. And I just think that's nifty. And here we have some little booths where you can get some hot stuff. So everyone hangs out in the coldness. Local food, welcome. We have restaurant inside. But like, look how cute that is. It's so Christmassy here. It's so Christmassy. Look at all the people eating outside with the Christmas in the 20-degree, can't feel your hands weather. But they all get little chairs with little warm things on them. And most of them have little heat lamps over there, so like, it's pretty cool. Kind of just going through one last time. I just think it's really cool that they have all these like booths outside. Like, it's just really hopping. Still. It's just cool to see, you know? It's like really alive. And I heard that the next place I go is going to be very quiet compared to this. So admittedly, I am looking forward to that because I need some quietness. There are too many people. I feel like I'm at Main Street. Like, this is nuts. Mom, be my little baby. So not a shocker. Even more Christmas. There's the church. It's very cool. This thing from Italy, it's a fake, it's a mock-up or whatever. They're building a stage, which was not here just 2 days ago, or yesterday. But apparently they do a lot of concerts for the holidays, and they will do like different stages for different styles of music. So that's cool. And then we got this little like thing that I'm so good with words, but those are the flags of Slovenia. And the place that I'm at that I never know how to say, more Christmas, because this entire place is just like the island of Christmas toys, I have decided. So you get more trees and more lights. Yeah, and like I said, I probably would not have liked this as much if it wasn't Christmas, because it's just like, it's like any other, you know, old European like town, but like puppy. But there's Christmas everywhere, so that's cool. Going down the cool, spooky, not so spooky European alleyway, where they once again Raleigh. They have more trees with really distraught looking hung up Christmas lights, but more Christmas everywhere. It's everywhere. So not only do we have more Christmas across the bridge there naturally, but something I think is super, super cool here is that they have actual chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Look at that. Look at those chestnuts. So cool. He's just tossing his nuts. He's bored out of his mind, just tossing his nuts. And people are like, you mean that you don't have chestnuts just hanging out and roasting around the town? And I was like, no. Why would we? We have like a Christmas German market every year, and I've never in my life seen someone actually roasting chestnuts on an open fire. I thought this was just a lie that they made up in Christmas songs. And my tour guide today said that I should get some. Also, look at this tree. Oh. Apparently, I learned yesterday that the taxpayers will put trees out inside of like every single shop, and that shop property is allowed to decorate the tree however they see fit, whether it matches the shop, whether it's just whatever. But anyway, my tour guide today said I have to get roasted chestnuts. But I, A, don't think I like chestnuts. B, need to save money. can see, have no idea how I would eat the chestnuts, and it would probably be really embarrassing. So, no chestnuts for me. But you know, it's cool that they exist. It's cool that it's a real thing that I never knew about until this trip. And I think I might have showed this before, but since it's my last night, you get a lot of duplicates in case I didn't. They have this cool little market. And apparently the tour guide from yesterday told me that the guy who made the structure is also who made the 3 bridges and a bunch of other things. He wanted it to like give off a Roman feel, like a nod to our neighbors in Italy, which makes me very happy as an Italian. But they come out, you can like rent a booth here, and they have little vendors, which is so stinking cute. There's dragons everywhere, because dragons are like the thing here. But yeah, so they just have like fun little vendors that you can shop around. And then it goes over here to more fun little vendors and food. The church bell is tolling. Very pretty. And yeah, so it's just like a cute little like Christmas market. I don't know if this happens all the time, but you know, I think it's a really cool concept. So I love that they are very like community focused. I like that here.